I'm going to start recording our Wellness Wednesday. And let me go ahead and turn off our music that I have playing in the background. And then maybe we can get started. Give me 1 second. Okay.
So I'd love to know who's with us. If you are one of our, I'd love to know who's with us joining us today. So if you want to send myself and Miss C, the panelists, a little chat and just type in your name so we know who's with us. We'd love to say hello. Oh, I see Mia's here. Fantastic.
Mirella, Jose.
Brianna. So Miss C, do you want to tell them a little bit about what Wellness Wednesday is and what we're doing?
Let me go ahead and share my screen again.
Okay.
Oops, it disappeared. Okay, my friends. So, oops. Sorry, this is not sharing, you guys. Oh wait, it's down here. Haha. Okay. So, Wellness Wednesday. So you guys know if you're following me on Instagram, I usually do a little Wellness Wednesday video. And last year when we went into distance learning, we were doing wellness activities with Miss Correa. So I want to tell you a little bit about why we're focusing on wellness and what does that mean. So just like we have physical health and we determine if we're healthy or maybe not so healthy, our mental and emotional wellness is just as important. What that means is that I have to have a healthy and happy mindset and emotional balance in order for me to be the best version of myself. So, for example, if I'm filled with a lot of worries, uncertainties, or if I feel scared or sad, maybe my mental wellness needs a little bit of help. So we're hoping that with these different workshops that we do with you guys can get a little bit of tools and tricks and practice these wellness tools so that you can feel happy and healthy. Did you want to add anything, Ms. Gomez?
No, I think you're absolutely correct. So right now it's kind of a different time and it could be a little bit stressful on us. Just everything from I can't hear the microphone to I'm not sure where to go to my Google Classroom or my Seesaw and maybe our families who are listening in. It can be a stressful time not knowing how to help your students and students. This is so new to us that there can be a lot of frustration. And with that that sometimes can put us in a place where we're not feeling so great and we're feeling frustrated and we're feeling unmotivated and we don't want to come to class and we don't want to come to work and we want to make sure that we're in a good place in our heads and our emotions and physically so that we can do well in school. And that goes the same for us as the teachers. We have to be in a good place in our minds and our emotions and our bodies so that we can do the best job that we can for you. And so this is why Miss C is also focusing on Wellness Wednesdays because it's so important to keep well all around. So thank you, Miss C, for continuing to bring this to our attention.
Yeah, and I'm so glad to have you here with us, actually. So, Miss Gomez is going to do a read aloud for you today. And the book she's going to read is called I Am Peace, and it's a book about mindfulness. And
Yes.
I don't know, because I did talk a little bit about this a few years back with our students, but remember, mindfulness means being present at this specific moment. It means letting go all of our worries, taking deep breaths, and recognizing what we're feeling throughout our body. So I'm going to let Ms. Gomez take over. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to also turn off my camera so we can focus on Ms. Gomez.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Miss C. So, as Miss C said, I am reading today I Am Peace. And when I read this book for the first time, I thought, oh, I felt so much better after I read it. So, I knew that this was going to be the perfect book to share with you today. So, it's called I Am Peace, a book of mindfulness. Let's go ahead and continue. It's the perfect story for for Wellness Wednesday. I Am Peace, a book of mindfulness. And it was written by Susan Verde and art by Peter Reynolds. So if you know Peter Reynolds, you've probably seen a lot of his books. The illustrations are very similar, right? You can tell that's him. Okay, so let's begin. Hopefully you can see that. There are times when I worry about what might happen next and what might happen before. How many times have we did that? The thoughts in my head are like rushing waters, and I feel like a boat with no anchor. I just keep floating, being carried away. It's really hard to control that when you're on a boat, just being carried away. I give myself a moment. I take a breath, and then I tell myself, it's all right. I feel the ground beneath my feet and steady myself. You might be feeling like this. It's okay. Here he is steadying himself. And start to notice. Let me read it this way. The here and the now. And my thoughts begin to settle. My mind begins to clear. I am peace. So they found peace. I can watch my worries gently pop and disappear. I let things go. I can say what I feel inside, out loud. I know myself. So you have to know what you're feeling and figure out what is making you feel that way. I can share kindness with others. I make a difference. So he was planting some seeds. You see that? And now the seeds fall. And let's see what happens. And then the seeds bloom, right? This is how it blooms. So he's making a difference already. I can hug a tree and thank it for its beauty and strength. I connect to nature. So that seed that he planted has now become this plant that becomes a tree, making a difference. I can watch the clouds make shapes against the sky. I know wonder. I wonder if any of you have ever just laid outside and looked up at the sky and looked at the clouds and just dreamed. I know that helps me calm down. I can taste and smell and touch and hear and see what is all around me. I use my senses, my smell, my hear, my sight. I can feel my breath fill my whole body. I tune into me. So if you were just to close your eyes and have a quiet spot, you can start to sense your body feeling calming down. Now the water is still. I have found my anchor and everything is all right. I don't need to worry about before or after. I am in this moment. I am peace. Now I share my peace with others and hope that it is carried away to those who need it. So some of us might need peace right now. Maybe you're trying to learn at home and maybe it's a little loud and you're just trying to find a quiet spot. You can go outside and sit outside maybe. And I dream we are peace. So we could be the peace and we could be the ones to share it with other people. And so, what I want to do today is I want you to think about, we're going to do what's called a little guided meditation. And I'm going to read in the back of the book. If you ever get a chance to read this book, there it leads you through a guided meditation. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to read this to you. Mindfulness exercises are simple and fun. Here's a mindful meditation that adults and kids can practice together to find their peace. It says one of the easiest and most common mindfulness activities is learning how to focus on our breath. We're always breathing, but we don't always pay attention to how we do it. Noticing our breath helps us connect with sensations in our bodies. By learning how to regulate our breath, we can feel calmer and more grounded in the present moment. This can ultimately help us handle what life sends our way on a daily basis. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. We're going to do some breathing, okay? Either you can lay down and just listen to my voice, or maybe you just want to find a comfortable seat, a chair, couch, somewhere where you're comfortable, okay? So find that spot. You're either going to lay down or you're just going to find a comfortable seat somewhere wherever you're at. You can close your eyes. All you have to do is listen to my voice. Here we go. Close your eyes and gently place your hands on your belly. Notice your breathing at this very moment. Is it fast or slow? Can you feel it filling your belly as you breathe in? Lift a hand and place it in front of your mouth. When you breathe out, what does the air feel like on your hand? Is it warm? Cool? Just notice. There is no right or wrong answer. With both hands back on your belly, start breathing in through your nose if you weren't already. This will help you slow down your breathing and filter the air going into your body. Imagine your belly is like an ocean. With each inhale, the waves rise, and with each exhale, they fall. Feel your belly rising and falling as you breathe. Now imagine there's a small boat on your ocean on your belly. What does it look like? You don't want the boat to capsize, but you do want to help guide it toward the shore. You can do this by taking nice, slow, deep breaths in and out through your nose. Practice that. Just your nose. Create a steady rhythm for your boat by breathing in for 3 counts and out for 3 counts. I'll count us in. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. After a few cycles of slow and steady breathing, imagine your boat has safely landed on the shore. Now bring your attention back to the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Begin to notice how you feel. Is your breathing different than when you first started? Does your body feel different? What about your mind? Is it sleepy or full of thoughts? Is it calm? Again, there's no right or wrong answer. When you feel ready, slowly open your eyes. If you are lying down, gently bring yourself to a seated position. Say something kind to yourself. I want everybody to repeat this with me. You are wonderful. In fact, not you, say I. I am wonderful. Say that to yourself. I am special. Say that to yourself. I am peace. Say that to yourself. You have just practiced mindfulness. And that, my friends, is our book, I, I Am Peace. Sorry, I took the cover off. I Am Peace, a book of mindfulness. So when you're starting to feel not at peace and you're starting to feel anxious and worried, remember what that feels like to lay down or to sit, and remember that boat on your belly. Remember that the belly is like a wave that goes up and down, up and down. It's really great to take some deep, slow breaths, be in the moment, and calm yourself down. And parents and families, this is great for us because even me just walking you through that, I feel so much better, especially with all the work that we've been doing. Taking a few minutes to breathe in and breathe out is going to do great for you. And on this Wellness Wednesday, I hope you take that and you apply it to your lives. So thank you so much for joining me, Miss C. Do you want to join us back in? I think she's still,
Yeah.
yeah, there she is.
Let me jump back in. Okay. Cool. That was wonderful. I love guided meditations. They're one of my favorites.
Yes. And how cool was it to imagine that our bellies were a wave and that we had a boat on our bellies and really trying to control that boat, right?
Yeah, that was a really great way to, like if I was lying down, I could definitely see that and feel that happen.
Absolutely. So what I wanted to do was, if there's anybody who wants to ask us a question in the chat that maybe have a question about peace or mindfulness, or a question
Mhm.
of how we can maybe help ourselves when we're having a hard time at home, if you need some ideas, why don't you type in the question for us so that we can answer that for you. So you can send it to all the panelists. That means that myself and Miss C will be able to both see them. Okay,
Mhm.
so let's see. So we'll see if any questions come in and can help answer some of those questions. Do you have any other tips, Missy?
Um, no, just know, friends, that in the future we'll be doing more guided mediation. There are some guided meditations that guide you through. It could be like a mountain range. It could be like pretending you're a bird and flying through the sky. So different guided meditations will leave you feeling different ways. Some are with the intent of making you feel relaxed and calm, while others can make you feel empowered, strong. So just know that we will be practicing these a little bit more. And I don't know if we have any friends that are younger with us, first and second grade, but we have a cute little demonstration that we'll do later in the future called belly breathing. We'll need a special little stuffed animal friend to help us out with that. But we'll do that in the future. Okay?
We have a question,
We have a
Missy.
question.
So
So,
go ahead.
yeah, a friend's asking, when I'm mad, how do I get happy?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. What do you think, Ms. Gomez? What's
So
something?
you know what I do? I first have to think, okay, what are the things that make me happy? So that would be the first thing I would say, friend, is that you think about, maybe write down all the things that make you happy. So for me, listening to music makes me happy, right? I have some songs that are my favorite and those make me happy. Sometimes I go and play with my dogs. My dogs make me happy because they're always happy, right? They always want to play. And so my dog, if we happen to have pets, right, that's another thing that makes me happy. And sometimes I just want to go, sometimes I feel like I may not be happy because I need to get some fresh air. So sometimes I just will go outside and maybe walk around a little bit and get some fresh air. How about you, Missy?
So I'm a big thinker. So when I'm feeling like any big feeling, like if I'm feeling really mad or really sad or nervous, and I've identified, hey, I'm feeling mad, I take a step back and I think, why am I mad? What happened to make me mad? Is it a big deal that I should be this mad? Or is it maybe a smaller deal? Is it something I can change? Or is it something that's out of my control? Because if I can figure out, if it's something I can change, well, then maybe I can work towards it. If it's something I can't change, then I have to learn how to let that go or find a different way. So that helps me because it puts me in a like, hey, I can do something about it. I can change it instead of just letting that anger or sadness overcome and take over.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, and like Miss Gomez said, some things are just simple. Like I need to take a break. Let's go visit my dog. I have my dog too. Something that helps me tremendously, no matter what, is taking a nature walk. So I walk every morning and then I walk every evening to help me clear my mind of everything.
We had another question. What can kids do when they feel like they're giving up? Like they feel like giving up and said, "This is too hard. I can't do this. That's it. I'm shutting my camera off. I'm leaving." Huh. We've been hearing a little bit about that from the teachers. Some of you shutting your cameras off and just giving up. Um, I would say if it was me, that not give up. Think about, okay, why am I feeling frustrated? What am I not understanding something? Is this feeling too hard? And if it was, then one thing that I do if I don't understand something, I ask questions. So maybe it's a friend that I'm going to ask another principal friend that I ask another principal friend and say, "Hey, principal friend, I'm having this hard time with this. I'm not understanding it. Could you help me?" And they're always happy to help me. And I also have to kind of like Missy says, I got to think about, okay, it's the idea of mindfulness. Like, okay, what exactly am I upset about, or why don't I feel like do it? Did I get good sleep? Am I tired and I'm sleepy? Because that doesn't help. That's like, oh, I don't want to be part of this class. I'm going to turn my camera off and I'm going to log out. But is that helping me? That's not helping me, right? And so that's one thing I would say. Ask your teacher, ask your friends, even if it's privately, if you don't want everybody to know what your question is. Your teachers want to know how they can best help you. What would you do, Missy?
Yeah, so sometimes that's happened to me even as a grown up. I kind of get overwhelmed or frustrated and I'm just like, "Ugh, I don't get this." And so what I that at that time what I really need, friends, is a break. I just need a break. It's a
That's a
break.
great idea.
Yeah, so maybe I'll just let my teacher know, "Hey, Miss Diaz or Miss Morales, whoever your teacher is, I'm feeling kind of frustrated. Can I take a break? Can I go to the bathroom? Can I get water?" Sometimes what I do,
Yes.
because we are in quarantine, friends, and I need that
Yes.
break and it's too hot to be outside, I just walk around my house. I kind of walk around a few circles
Yes.
and then I come back and I'm like, okay, let's start fresh, let's start new, and try to look at it a different way. So I don't give up. I just can't give up, guys.
Yes. So I had a question. There was a question to us saying, can we look it up and listen to it? Our friend who asked that question, are you talking about the book or are you talking about the guided meditation? Because what I can do is we're actually we're recording this and I'll put this on our social media and I'll email it out in case you want to refer back to it. Is that what you're asking? And I'm not sure if that's what you're asking about. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is a good one. What can I do if someone keeps bothering me and I feel like punching my pillow? Ooh, man, that friend, they must get bothered a little bit. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
hard. That's a hard thing that the fact that you're punching your pillow, you know, it's okay to feel emotions. It's okay to feel upset. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel sad. We just don't want it to hurt anybody, right? And it's okay to go through that. And if that helps you to where you're going to hit a pillow, I would say, and correct me if I'm wrong, Missy, that's just one way that is safe, right? It could be safe if that's
Yeah.
what makes you feel better. But I'm thinking also you can try some of this meditation, right? Some deep breaths, just breathing in and out. That I think that I know sometimes I have to stop myself before I say something, right? That maybe somebody upset me, and I just need to just take some deep breaths. And if it's happening during my class time or on camera, then I would turn my camera off and I would just take some deep breaths because deep breath, it's like it resets you. So that's a
Mhm.
good one. Any other suggestions, Missy?
Yeah, sometimes talking about it to someone. I'm the type of person that when I get mad, I'm so mad, and I just need to talk, 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 kind of like vent, get that
Yes.
out. And once I've gotten that out, then I'm like, okay, now what? I gotta think through this, and I really gotta figure out how to best handle it. Whether, and I don't know exactly who's bothering you, like if it's maybe like a classmate or a friend, talking to your parent about, hey, what are some ideas? What are some suggestions you have for me? Because
Yeah.
again, you also want to go into taking some action for yourself so that you don't continuously get those angry feelings. You don't want to be angry all the time or frustrated. So we got to problem solve and see what we need to do.
And I think right now, Missy, with us being at home and in quarantine, I bet that a lot of you are probably maybe If you're anything like my kids, are probably arguing with your brothers and sisters if you have, or cousins, whoever's at your house, because you're around each other so much. And you might be feeling a little bit frustrated, and you may be getting into a little bit more might be getting a little more upset with your siblings or your cousins or whoever might be there. I know that that's so hard because you guys are together all day and all night. And so think about that. So see if you can find a quiet little spot somewhere that it's just you, or find, if you like to draw, right? Maybe you can draw and really try to take your mind off of the anger and really, or write. Some of you love to write. It's a great way to journal and just write it. Just write out your emotions, write out your feelings. Because after you've done that, you've released it. Right? You've released it, and you don't have to, you don't want what you don't want to carry it inside, and then it's upsetting you all day. So you find something that you enjoy doing, and you just kind of slowly release that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are some really good suggestions. I forgot about journaling.
Yeah, journaling is
Yeah.
great. Or if I knew how to draw better, I think I would do a lot of sketching. But sometimes, I'm not so great of an artist, but I can definitely pick up a journal and write down some of my emotions. Even when I'm happy. Like sometimes you're really happy. It'd be great to write some of those things down too, like the things that make you happy.
Yeah. Or coloring. I know some students
Yes.
come in to ask for like special pictures that I print out for them, or mandalas, which are
Hmm.
very intricate drawings, and you can just take your time coloring that in. Those definitely help at any moment, even with relaxing, even if
Yeah,
you're not
even
anxious.
as adults, I love to color. I love to color. I have those books where it's really like a lot of patterns, and it just
Yeah.
my mind. I just escape, and I put some music, and I just escape and do some
Mhm.
other coloring. My kids and my husband don't understand why I do that, but that's okay. They don't have to understand that. That's what makes me happy, and that's what calms me down. And so that's what I want you to do, is to find something that makes you happy. Don't worry about what other people say. If they think like, why are you doing that? That's silly. Yeah, I tell them, you don't worry about that. It makes me happy. And so that you find something that is makes you happy. Let's see. We have a comment
Yeah,
here.
we have a
Ooh,
couple
we had a
more.
friend. What she did was she made a place in her closet. And if that's
Mhm.
what you have, that works. When she's mad or she's sad or she's just bored, she has a special place in her closet that makes her feel better. I love that.
I like it too because you know what? Something that's really powerful, especially in this time where we're kind of stuck in one spot, friends, is using your imagination. When I
Yes.
was little, we would use, and you guys could do this at home, right? Just make sure it's okay with your parents. But me and my brother and sister, we would like because we shared a room, we'd put our beds together, we'd throw a big old blanket, and we would just pretend we're camping. But we're at home and we're just playing, and everyone's taking a role. Someone's cooking, someone's going out to explore. I mean, you guys can just, use your imaginations. Now is a wonderful time to do that.
Yes.
And I love that idea, by the way, making like a safe space somewhere in your home.
Like your calming space, right?
Yeah, and that actually leads us to the next comment. A friend said that the SEL calming room helps them out a lot.
Mm.
So we do have an SEL calming room. There are some teachers that have posted it on their Google Classrooms, and I haven't yet shared mine with everyone, but I'm working on one too. So I know, like I said, our teachers have done some, and they're fabulous and they're great. So that's another great resource and tool that you can use virtually.
Okay. So the same friend who has a little spot in the closet, they have some snacks in there.
I know.
Oh, now that's smart. I hope they're
Yeah,
healthy snacks. But they have
that's so cute though.
yeah, that is a great idea.
Yeah,
Because
and I
sometimes, healthy snacks will it might, calm us down a little bit too.
yes. And I see in the comments some friends might have to go right now. I know
Yeah.
sometimes we have office hours with our teachers. So yeah, friends, if you need to log out, go for it. That's okay. Just remember, we're gonna try to do something every Wednesday. Thank you for joining us, and I'm happy that you were able to be here. And thank you to Miss Gomez.
Course. And we'll make sure that we post this on our social media accounts. We'll email it out to the students. So check your emails later today or tomorrow, and you'll have the whole read aloud. You'll have the guided meditation, and then you'll have this opportunity to listen to our conversation again. If you needed to, like, what was that idea that they shared? That was good too.
Yeah.
We'll be able to do that.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, have a great day, everybody. It's great
Bye,
to see
everyone.
you.